Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for not being in today. My daughter is sick and I'm taking care of her. Today, we're going to be pausing our clay challenge. We will return to it later this week, but we're going to be, in the meantime, starting our next challenge called the Video Game Design Challenge. It's going to be your job to create an original video game animation. Here's some past student artworks from seventh graders. Notice how these different visuals are moving. Notice how it is in the genre or format of a video game style. That is what we're going to be working on. So it's going to be your job to create your own video game animation. The criteria is to create an original video game that should include a unique character, story, environment, items, power ups, and gameplay screen, and should include animations for each. So we're not taking an existing video game and making it move. We are coming up with an original story, characters, environment, and so on. So if you love Super Mario, great, but you're not going to use Mario as your character. The constraints, you're going to be using a web-based software called Piskel. So first, what I'm going to have you do is look at page 1 of your practice document and complete questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for question number 4, you're not really doing an actual step, you're just watching this video. So if we look at the video game practice document, which is found in Google Classroom, and you have links to the presentation and the criteria and constraints that we just went over, written responses for questions 1, 2, and 3, watching this video for question number 4. You're going to have time to move forward and get into page 2, which is when you're going to start designing your video game. So just like we've done before with the table and brainstorming, you're going to have several different quadrants or different sections or cells to brainstorm a variety of different ideas. You'll be doing this on a sketchbook piece of paper. Divide your page up into several different quadrants, and you're going to be designing a character, story, environment, item, and power up. So if you take a look at my example here, you'll notice that I have 3 different characters, not the same one, 3 different environments, 3 different items and power-ups, and 3 different gameplay screens, which is basically what you see on a screen for display of information that is critical to your game. Sometimes it's health, might be radar, might be a weapon, might be something that you can use, an inventory screen. So just keep those things in mind when you're working. So one of the first things you got to consider is your type of game and your target audience. So think about those things when you're brainstorming. You also want to think about a story, like what's the plot or the background or mission or goal. You want to also develop a character, which is the person or thing that you're controlling. Um, you also need to design an environment or a background. That's basically the level or map your character is interacting with. And you want to also design an item or power up. Okay, these are things that benefit your character in some way or something that they can use later on to maybe unlock something like a door if it's a key or something that can allow them solving a puzzle for something in game. And then finally, your gameplay screen, that basically just means like the information that's on the screen. So if you look at Mario, you can see he has 5 lives, he has a time, they have coins. For this flight simulator, you have a radar, you have maybe health, you have different actions that can command and control the rest of your squadron. So basically, it's not what's on the screen. It's not like the environment, character items, or power ups. It's the information on there. Okay. So again, it's your job to design a character, environment, item, and power up. This does not have to be done today. We're going to continue to work on that. So again, it's your job to complete questions 1 through 4 with a written response, and then start the draw activity where you'll be designing all these different pieces of information, and you'll continue that later on. Work hard, have fun, and be creative.